this is my wrap up for the August readathons, which were the Draconathon and the Buzzwordathon, for which I read a short story, now usually at the end of the month. For the Buzzwordathon this month, I read Shards by. Nope, can't read that. I read Shards by Ian Rogers, and unfortunately I gave it 1 star. It was a horror short story, and while there was a moment towards the beginning where I did genuinely get goosebumps, it just kind of, I felt that it went very rote after that. For the Draconathon, I put down 2 books, and I said that I would get round to filling out the rest of the prompts as the month went on. I only read 1 book, and it was Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulan Tan. I did not get to Talon by Julie Kagawa, unfortunately. That was a 5-star read. I think I said 4.5 rounded up. I really enjoyed it. I loved Shansha. But I also loved the romance of it. Not the romance of the characters, but I thought it was kind of just, I was a wee bit leery of it because I had been spoiled for a trope, which I do really love, but seeing it coming, I was like, oh, I'm coming into this with an analytical brain and I just want to enjoy it. But it still took me by surprise. I'm going to just do the courtesy of not mentioning what it is. It still took me by surprise, and oh, I loved that. Yeah, I do try not to get too into the weeds with other reviews, but I have maybe not a bone to pick. I have a criticism. Someone asked if there's romance, and someone came back saying it's 60% romance. Now, listen, no, you're wrong. There is a strong romantic component to it, and I know saying that it's a love triangle is going to turn people off. I would, as someone who's not the biggest fan of love triangles, I'm going to say this one is not bad. And if it usually turns you off, maybe just consider giving it a chance. It's not that bad, and I'm going to say that. Okay, so I disagree with it being said to be 60% romance, because while the 3 entangled characters are the 3 main characters, and romance is tied throughout because their relationship is on show throughout, it's not 60% romance. Xingyin and Li Wei can fall in love all they want, but their relationship is always going to be kind of overshadowed by the fact that her mother has been imprisoned and it was his parents that did it. So yes, these 3 are the leads, but it's not, and romance is threaded throughout, but it's not 60% romance. That is a really unfair assessment, in my opinion. And there was another book I read, I think, for the Reconnaissance given by Nandi Taylor, and I DNF'd that. The heroine there, I think her father is ill, I think he's dying, and she decides to go to this university to figure out what's up and help him, and then she meets a guy and does not give a shit about her dad, does not even mention him. Like I said, I did DNF it. And I really feel like the 60% romance comment puts Daughter of the Moon Goddess in league with that book, and I hate that. I really hate that. Xingyin has a line in the sand. It's, I need to save my mother, and I think the maid who lives with them, Pingar. And that is her line in the sand. And it's hard and it takes a long time and she wavers, but that is her line in the sand. Yeah, so I have a lot of feelings about that. And that is technically my Readathon wrap up, but we're going to talk about some other things for a sec because I feel mean just posting about one book. I said I'd start The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins because The Woman in White Weekly has begun. Did not. I started Les Liaisons Dangereuses. Oh boy, I am not at all well versed in French enough for this. And it is hell. I'm continuing with Dracula Daily, and that was great. Did not finish Nicholas Darkly, did not finish I Am Stone, Gothic Bear Tales of R. Murray Gilchrist, did not finish Cornish Horrors, Tales from the Land's End, did not finish Weep Woman Weep by Maria de Blasi, did not finish Star Daughter by Shveta Thakrar, did finish A Sicilian Romance by Anne Radcliffe, which, if you've been like watching the discourse, yes, you know, Gothic is meant to be transgressive as a genre. Here is one with a happily ever after. They do exist. Please do not come out speaking about the genre from a position of authority if you don't even know that happily ever afters are a thing in the genre. And also, I did not read Spirits Abroad because I was wrong. That wasn't the book group pick. It was just a story from the collection. I ended the month with 284 books finished. 240 plus books behind schedule, and 46 on my currently reading. Thanks for watching. Bye.